Whoa. You can't make this stuff up. Forehead. And there is the bed. And here's the story on that. Well, the wee little Kubota doesn't quite have enough guts. Well, this ought to do it. Okay, come with me. Thank you. Don't go that way. Yeah, you want to come over here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, this old truck right here, this is an old 1-ton chassis cab POS. But it was, this is my dad's old welding truck from decades ago. He built this flatbed and this steel rack and everything for it. And this toolbox, everything that's on it, he built it. And so, I didn't get this, oh, that's all froze up. I have to lube up all the hinges and everything. But this thing's been basically abandoned over in the corner of the yard. It's got crap all over it, and I don't know, just like I said, it's basically been abandoned and left for dead. So now I got the mainframe trailer all built out of mostly scrap. Freebie off that old truck. And now time to get this thing all torn apart and get it ready to slam onto that trailer. Look at this sucker. This is got a little age on her. Look at the moss. You can't make this stuff up. That's pretty cool, actually. So yeah, I'm gonna strip all this old wood off, get that toolbox off of there. That's got to get sanded down, repainted. Sand this whole bed down. I'm gonna get started on this thing, get this thing stripped down. Okay, check some of this out with me. All right, so he built this huge pipe rack. This sucker is 16 feet long, and this bed is actually in pretty solid shape still for how old it is. I mean, this thing's old. We're talking, whoa, this thing's like 45 years old, I bet. It's older than me. And he built this tailgate back here. This sucker is, oh man. Okay, that's a little heavy. Oh, and I was around back in those days. I was just a wee little lad though. That I probably left out here about 30 years ago. And check this out. So this is what he built to hold his bottles for the torch. I thought that was kind of cool. Hopefully, oh, I see, you got a cotter pin. Okay. All right, well, I have to fiddle with that later. Hopefully, little WD surgery here to get all this going. Oh, yeah, we're getting her going. Look at that. All right. We'll get it going. Yeah, I don't know. Pretty solid bed just to throw this thing away. Not bad for some scrap iron. Throw some new lights up here. All I can say is this is gonna make a pretty decent little tool trailer. He's calling it a tool trailer. So, and the biggest thing with this is do I need this? No, I don't need this. I've got plenty of artillery to get equipment fixed and everything, but he wants a service trailer for himself, and this thing goes way back to his years of busting ASS like an animal, getting ahead in life and everything. So I'm pretty excited to put this together for him. You know, pull this thing around. He spent a lot of days, a lot of months, years driving that old Chevy around, welding, doing welding, custom welding jobs. And the portable, so the portable welder, that went right there. And then, like I said, he had his bottles here. He had that toolbox that just came off. That was over there. But yeah, I think the plan is put the new portable right there. We got a diesel, what is it? 300. And put the bottles here. I'm thinking put the air compressor here. 100-gallon fuel tank over there. Montezuma toolbox right there. That toolbox is, if you figured it out before I painted the trailer, that's gonna go right there. Okay, I got to make a couple adjustments. I got to pick this thing back up. Okay, took a little bit more effort than I thought it would. Love having the crane. So easy. You can get where there's just barely any weight on the trailer, where you can just move this thing around. Perfect. But I am square. Each corner, all four corners are square with the frame right now. Most of the weight's on the crane. I'm going to set it down now at this point and start welding in place. There it is. Okay. Well, a pair of 3,500 pounders, boy, they barely go in and drop a quarter inch, 3/8 of an inch, not much. So we get the welder fired up and start tacking this thing in place. I'm building a service trailer with my service truck. Am I the only one that sees the irony in that? Next step is this lumber rack or steel pipe rack. This sucker's got to get cut down. It is 16 feet long, which is nice. Then you only have 4 feet of overhang coming out the back with a 20-foot stick. But the problem here is from there down to that tongue. That's the issue, is it's a little bit too close. Like this thing hooked up to the service truck could actually have an issue of contacting these corners up here with the welder or the crane trying to make a sharp turn. With the pickup, not really a problem. But I think the other thing is I'm pretty tall, bumping my head on this thing trying to hook and unhook. So I think the plan is this thing needs to get shortened up just a little bit. I want to leave as much as possible to limit the amount of overhang if I need to get a 20-foot stick of whatever. So there's my line right there. That's going to give me just short of 14 feet of actual length on the pipe rack. So hopefully that's long enough. And there it is, shortened up. I had to pull these out just a little bit, angle them. Got it all welded in. This all clean up with primer and everything. But yeah, that's shortened up. Got room now for even if the service truck, whatever's pulling this, can get in here and turn and have clearance from this corner or that corner. And still just shy of 14 feet going back. We should be all right. This is one thing that I will say is, yeah, like, okay, welder, air compressor, tools and stuff on board, something. Yeah, I got a lot of redundancy when it comes to that. But what is cool about this trailer is this rack. I don't have a good way to haul steel, haul lumber, that sort of thing, without getting the 30-footer, you know, a big equipment trailer out to go get 2 sticks of 1-inch flat bar. You know what I mean? You guys that are welders know exactly what I'm talking about. So this makes this kind of handy to go grab material real quick. And there it is, 2 coats of brown primer. She's ready to go for main color. So now really the only thing we got left is got to do the deck. Obviously got to do the paint, wiring, deck, but man, it's coming together quick. Got the old vise cut off. I did wind up and have to put a piece of 2-inch square tubing all the way across here because this deck was just a little bit too close to the tires. Had to go up 2 inches. So no big deal. We got her all figured out. Added this right here. That'll be my toggle switch to be able to turn that on right there, and another one over there across, and coming right along. All right, so this is what we got. that wound up to be way too light. That's fire engine red. So I got a quart of this. It's actually really pretty, but it's like red wine, super dark. It's called Dark Hunt Club Red. And we've got Ruby Red as the other color. So we're going to try to mix these and see if this comes out to GMNAH. Let's hope. Okay, so the plan here is to efficiently and scientifically blend these two formulations together to create the perfect color code. Assistant, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Color chart. Check. Stir stick. Forehead. Thank you. All right. Now, we are clearly too dark, but we still have a lot of paint to go. Okay. And then we've got red, darker red, that red, that red, this red, that red. It's like turning to 50 shades of red. See that hole right there? I was just gonna leave it, but you know what? About 35 years ago, apparently there was obviously a dent here. My father bondoed her up, right? And me standing away, I chipped most of the bondo out. So, in the 67 Chevy that this was underneath this bed, my dad bondoed all kinds of stuff on the floorboards were basically gone. He bondoed in a piece of expanded metal to make a floorboard. So, in honor of my father, we're going to do some bondo. The smell of bondo. I got my deluxe bondo mixing station here. We're real fancy around here. Now, the secret sauce. Gotta have the secret sauce. Oh, we're getting a little sloppy on the bondo here. Oh yeah, painting her on. Now that right there. You just can't get that quality of body work anywhere. So here's the plan. I'm gonna go ahead and paint this now. It's about 62 degrees outside, mostly sunny. We got a cloud blocking the sun at the moment, but the trailer's been outside for the last couple hours, soaking up the warmth from the sun, so the metal, metal's kind of warm to the touch. So that's good. And with the weather we've been having, as you can see, it's been wet and we got more coming. Now's as good as ever to get this thing painted. So my plan is, I've got about 3/4 of a quart left over with some old red Rust-Oleum. I'm gonna burn that up on the cross members, some of the stuff underneath, stuff that's not in the sun. Get that burnt through. There she is, sun's back out now. And then get the expensive stuff and hit everything else with my concoction. That is Rival. Rival, it's an Axalta product. Never used it before, but so far I like what I see. I've been a Nason urethane guy, but I'm being told that's outdated and the price is crazy high on it now. So we're gonna go with this Rival. Supposedly it's a derivative of Imron. You old school guys like me know what Imron is. And we're gonna see if we can get this sucker painted. Got it tucked back in the shop. Not bad. You know, not the best metal that I'm working with here, but all in all, I'm pretty happy. That took about 3 quarts of paint plus the Rust-Oleum that went underneath there. I didn't have enough. I ran out of that Rust-Oleum quick. I didn't get much on the cross members, but that's okay. This is California, so no salt, none of that stuff. I mean, so rust isn't really a whole lot of an issue. So this trailer will last probably decades from now before those cross members have any issues. Pretty happy with the results. Thing is, I had a tough time trying to get this paint matched correctly. So I want to talk about paint for a second. I haven't bought paint in about 2 years. Holy crap, has paint gone up. I used to buy, well, doesn't matter what I used to buy it for. A gallon of Nason single stage urethane was gonna run me about 900 bucks. So that's with the reducer, hardener, ready to rock and roll. And yeah, I could get it in my NAH paint code that I got the 04 and the 01 and stuff in, but 900 bucks for a gallon, which comes out to about 5 quarts sprayable. Let's talk about Axalta Rival. That's what this is right here. And I had to mess around, as you can see, trying to get that color right. And it's pretty darn close regarding the shade. The shade pretty much matches my other trucks. Now, the metallic in the paint, NAHGM is very bronzy. It's kind of why I picked it up. Bronze just seemed like manly. But I couldn't really come up with that bronze all that well. And the metallic doesn't quite match. This is more of a silvery rather than a bronzy metallic. But like I said, the color hue or whatever is pretty close to the red hue of my truck. So all in all, I'm pretty happy. I will say, they told me that this Axalta Rival would cover way better, and oh yeah, Nason urethane is not known for its ability to cover well. That stuff just keeps going translucent, and you just keep laying on the coats. This is one coat. Not bad. Not bad. So that's pretty much a wrap for today. It's time to start on the equipment that's going to go on here. The welder, the fuel tank, the air compressor, the toolbox, the Montezuma box. I got to get the fuel tank painted. I got to get the big toolbox painted. The Miller Big 30 diesel, get it painted. Can't put old nasty looking stuff on this trailer now. So keep going, rock and roll. Hey, if you like this video, please hit the like button. Don't be afraid to make a comment. You think I'm doing something wrong? Tell me. You like what I'm doing? Tell me. I appreciate it. I read every single comment and I respond to almost all of them. So, hey, and also, if you're watching this, you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. See you on the next one.